Oh, hello there. You just caught me looking at a low-calorie, 1,500 calorie a day cookbook. Because, let's admit, we can all stand to lose a few pounds, right? At least, that's the message I got after watching Heavyweights, a movie about Ben Stiller picking on fat kids. This movie was initially not received very well by audiences and honestly has a really interesting history surrounding the production of it. There's a great video by Media Pastimes that goes into a little bit more detail regarding the production of the film, which I highly recommend if you're interested. The film has since become a cult classic among people who grew up in the 90s, with me included. And it's actually been a while since I've checked out this movie, so sit back, relax, and let's watch a video about Ben Stiller picking on fat kids. Our story begins with school finally being released for summer vacation. Everyone is so excited, they're making such a fucking mess, they're smooching each other like crazy. It's pandemonium. Speaking of pandemonium, has anyone actually ever, done this? Throwing the papers everywhere and making a mess? I've never done that. I don't even remember what we did for our senior prank, but we did something where we made a complete mess and they made us clean it up afterwards. Like, it was unacceptable that we would just leave school a mess for the janitors to clean up, not to mention kind of a dick move. I don't know, maybe 1995 was just a different time period. We're introduced to our main man, Jerry, possibly the biggest loser to ever exist. I mean, not even the neighborhood dogs like his ass, but Jerry is also a big boy who likes to eat and drink like a big boy, as shown to us by his disgusting lemonade chugging. I absolutely love how terrified these little girls are. This was not scripted. That is genuine fear in their eyes. I mean, look at this. He is making such a massive mess on his shirt. Oh, never mind. I guess he dried it off when we weren't looking. Thank God. And Jerry comes in to see his parents in the living room with, ooh, don't look at me like that. Ugh. This is Roger Johnson, played by Tim Blake Nelson from Holes, The Incredible Hulk, and a bunch of other stuff. You know who this guy is. Anyways, he's here to show everyone a cool video on a awesome summer camp that Jerry's parents want Jerry to attend.
Why don't we not?
Get fucked, Jerry. Jerry's dad is very close to his son in this scene, almost uncomfortably so. Like, I get it, it's his dad, but does he really need to be, all up in his business like that? Everything seems to be pretty cool though, like there's rope swings, go-karts, the blob, and then the shocking twist is revealed.
Hi, I'm Pat Finley. I've been coming here since I was 10 years old. You want to know why? Because Camp Hope is the fun way to lose weight. Right, guys?
It's a fat camp!
It's a fat camp! Dad basically tells Jerry that he's concerned about his son's weight and that he thinks this would be a perfect way for him to lose weight.
You're fatter than I am. Why don't you go to the camp?
Ooh, ouch. Way to jab that knife in, Jerry. Let's see what Dad's comeback is gonna be. That didn't actually happen. He sent Jerry to summer camp. I'm sorry for tricking you. On the plane ride, we meet Roy, who's played by Kenan Thompson, best known for All That, Kenan and Kel, Good Burger, and most recently Saturday Night Live. Roy is here to tell Jerry to basically quit bitching because fat camp, as he calls it, is awesome. We are also introduced to Pat Finley, a super cool summer camp counselor who's been going to camp since he was a kid, and he loved it so much that he decided to work there. So good for him. Awesome, Pat. And as they head off to camp, there's this one scene where it shows like a bunch of fast food restaurants with the American flag waving proudly, and this picture speaks so much louder than the director originally intended. This is awesome. This movie's great. Oh, thank God, we're finally at camp. Wait, who the fuck was that? Who was that? Who was that weird kid? There's a neat little detail where it shows on the capacity that it says 25, but it's crossed out, and someone wrote 22 above it, assumedly because, heavier kids means the capacity needs to be lower. They didn't have to add that detail, but I really appreciate it. Are you ready for more characters? Because I sure am. This is Tim. He's another counselor that used to be fat, now everyone is picking on him for being skinny. How the tables have turned. Now this is Julie, the new camp nurse, who is the love interest for Pat. We know this because he got really big nervous when she asked him where the nurse's office was. And finally, there's Josh, the pseudo-mafioso leader of the group.
This pleases me.
Now, I know before I said this was originally a weight loss camp, but it turns out little Jerry and the others, packed a little contraband just in case. They start dumping junk food everywhere and hiding it in special areas like this one in the bedpost where they will 100% not be able to find. They're not getting that out. How do you get that out? They're not getting it back out. That's a stupid hiding spot.
This is definitely not sanitary.
Fucking gross. Sometime later, it's announced that the owners of the camp have gone bankrupt and are having to sell the camp. I initially didn't think of this upon my first watch, but writing the script for this video, it actually makes sense why the camp went bankrupt. You see, in the video that Jerry was shown at the beginning of the movie, we can clearly see that there are actually skinny kids having fun at camp, which implies that at one point, the camp did actually focus on weight loss and worked pretty well. It's my theory that it started becoming tradition to sneak in junk food, which in turn canceled out any weight loss that they may have gotten, and after a lot of parents began noticing that the supposed weight loss camp wasn't actually working, well, they started requesting refunds or just not sending their kids to the camp altogether. This is further confirmed with Jerry's dad later on near the end of the movie with, how he acts towards Jerry, but you'll see that later. I just wanted to share those thoughts. I thought it was kind of interesting. So the big question now is who's going to buy the camp? It's time to finally introduce the bad guy of this story, Tony Perkis, who I thought was Tony Perkins, but I just realized I have been wrong for like 20 years of my life. He is played by Ben Stiller, famously known for being the executive producer for Bridget Everett, Gynecological Wonder. What?
Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can. Can someone open up a window? Jeez. Tony's big plan for the camp is to turn it into the largest weight loss infomercial in the country, which really isn't the dumbest move. It would be a great way to advertise the camp, therefore bringing in more people to join the camp, therefore bringing in more revenue. It's actually pretty smart. But despite this, nobody decides to give Tony a high five except for this one person. Haters, dude. Fucking haters. The next character is Lars, otherwise known as my favorite character.
Lars? What kind of name is that? Where are you from?
Gary, Indiana. Everyone gets their initial weigh-in with their weight loss goal. For Jerry, he weighs 141 pounds, which technically would mean he's a welterweight, not a heavyweight. So I don't know what to believe anymore. Am I watching heavyweights or am I watching welterweights?
This is definitely not sanitary.
Tony starts to show his crazy side a bit by making the boys play baseball against a rival camp that is obviously much more athletically inclined than they are. All the kids start getting hurt left and right, probably because Jerry here doesn't know how to hold the damn bat to save his life. Now, it's implied that basically the reason they're getting hurt is because Tony is forcing them to play baseball, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second. It's not Tony's fault. Pat makes this statement to the other team's coach where he says,
Over the years, you guys have whooped us pretty good. How about taking it easy on my guys this year? You know what I mean.
which implies that they have played against this team even before Tony bought the camp. So wouldn't they have just gotten hurt regardless if Tony was there or not? I mean, look, if you're going to have people like Captain Butterfingers over here throwing the bat, then yeah, you're going to get people hurt. That's a candy joke, and I'm copywriting it. After the game, Tony starts digging through the bunk and finding all their hidden junk food. Did that Pez dispenser have fucking bullets in it? Why did it sound like that?
Looks like my man's packing.
This movie also has a weird couple of moments where they definitely dubbed over what was originally being said. I don't know in some instances what was originally being said, but take a look at this scene here with Josh and Tony. Now in this scene, Josh says Seymour Butts, but he definitely did not say that.
Candy belongs to Seymour Butts.
Seymour Butts? Seymour Butts? Who's Seymour Butts, Who's Seymour Butts?
Nobody's seen more butts than you, Uncle Tony.
Like I said, I have no idea what he originally said. Maybe one of you can lip read really well. What did Josh say? What did he actually say that sent Tony off the edge?
We have a comedian.
Because whatever he said, Josh is dead now. He's dead. He's not there anymore. He's gone.
He's dead.
Now, Jerry is all sad that camp sucks now, and it's all about this weight loss garbage that they're pushing, whatever the hell that means. He even calls his dad to complain about them taking away the go-karts.
I did not send you to go-kart camp.
That's true. Jerry's dad did not send him to go-kart camp. because Dad's at go-kart camp. Tony puts together a dance for the boys in neighboring girls' camp to further humiliate the gang into losing weight. Nobody is having fun, and it's just a complete disaster.
Why don't those guys just lose weight? Why don't you show them how to throw up after meals like you do? Shut up.
Wow, what a bitch. That was completely unwarranted. Like most movies of the era, we absolutely have to get the hot girl is coming towards me shot. And Jerry, woo, he is absolutely killing it. Close your freaking mouth. This girl also must wear the heaviest heels known to man because her footsteps are loud. Everyone eventually figures out that in order to have fun, they have to start having fun. So everyone decides to start having fun, including Lars with his... Oh man, I need a piece of that, Lars. Tony then remembers that fun is not allowed in camp and ends the party, so that sucks.
Did this place always stink this much?
Dude, I don't know, but that smell is still in here from earlier. Josh also makes an epic comeback after his dad threatens to sue Tony for not giving them a refund after sending Josh home. There's that word again, refund. He gets updated on the junk food situation, and they devise a plan to break into Tony's cabin and get all the junk food. Considering how dedicated they are to fitness and, obviously running this camp as a weight loss business in order to make money, did you really think that they would keep the junk? I mean, what reason would you have to think that they kept the junk food? Seriously, they just throw it away. It's much easier to do that. And of course, they didn't find any of the junk food. Wow, color me surprised. But they did find that Tony was actually stealing the letters that were being sent out to their parents.
It's coming! It's coming!
After the boys fail to find any junk food, their luck changes when they find junk food from a different source. Now, it turns out that the snitch guy from earlier that showed Tony where all the hidden candy was has been sneaking junk food into the camp via tree trunk. Quite frankly, I can't trust this guy at all. Is he with us or is he against us? The next weigh-in, Tony begins realizing that the kids have actually gained weight, although Tony is being a bit unfair, because this scale is 100% not balanced. It's all the way down, which means he needs to adjust the weight on the scale to be less. So genuinely, Jerry might have lost some weight and he was gaslighting him into thinking that he had gained weight. That was that face right there. He was like, dude, what the fuck? Pull the weight back.
On the scale, son! All right. Get off the scale.
Now, Tony's suggestion is that they go on a 20-mile hike for those who have failed their weight loss goal. I'm making him seem like he's not really that bad of a guy, like he just seems strict, but this dude's losing it. He's crying in the corner, he's talking to himself, he's not all the way there. This must have also been the moment that Ben Stiller looked back on in his career when he decided to be in Tropic Thunder, because he's absolutely decked out. Meanwhile, the other counselors are trying to find a legal way to get rid of Tony, and we discover that Tony's cameraman all of a sudden has the ability to teleport into frame. I legitimately have no idea how they were able to pull that transition off so smoothly. How did he do that? How did he teleport in there like that? That's insane. Back on the hike, Cody complains about not having fun, which makes Tony's psyche officially snap once again. Tony also proves to be one of the most gullible idiots in the entire world because they trick him to do a sit-up with his eyes closed to prove to Jerry that a sit-up can indeed be done with your eyes closed.
Kiss my butt!
Do you think Josh wipes? I'm sorry. Anyways, Tony falls into a hole and the kids capture Tony. Hell yeah. But I am not happy about what they did to my boy Lars.
I'll see you all in hell!
This is a Disney movie, by the way. So everyone is celebrating and making a massive mess. Am I just genuinely lame or something? I can't imagine being in something like this and having a good time. I would just be like, I am fucking filthy. I feel gross. I've got food and sticky all over me. That sticky is not from chocolate syrup. I don't know what that is. But even Lars decides to have fun with him after being rescued by Snitch Boy.
I love you.
The morning after, Pat takes the lead and it's like, hey guys, I know we had some fun, but we're not going to get any respect until we actually take control of our own health the right way, which is honestly awesome.
Don't put Twinkies on your pizza.
Nobody tells me what to do. We're trying that shit.
Don't put Twinkies on your pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza.
It's horrid. Maybe this would go good on a sweeter pizza like Papa John's or something, but Ooh. It's Parents' Day, and Jerry's dad is not pleased with the progress that Jerry has made.
Hasn't lost a pound.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is why the camp originally went bankrupt. It's Jerry's dad. He's giving us the hints. Now, Pat and the gang end up showing the parents the abuse endured by the kids, which utterly shocks everyone. Fuck. Tony also makes his escape because Nicholas gets seduced by a fake chocolate kiss that he made. I haven't touched on Nicholas much at all in this video as a character, but he's terrible. He's the worst one. Any situation that the boys get in or any close call they have is because of Nicholas. So now Tony is big pissed and goes full on split mode. This dude's a fucking monster.
And you're too weak! Especially you, Garner Gerald, age 141 to 11 pounds! Oh!
Hell yeah, Dad, finish him off. Oh, no, wait, he's still alive. Tony just took himself out. You're telling me that this dude can jump down, break his legs, walk on glass, but if you so much as make him slip on a banana peel, he's done for. So Tony's dad comes to get Tony, who also happens to be played by Ben Stiller. He basically says, hey, I need an adult to take over. Who's been here the longest?
4 years.
1 year.
1 year? Julie, you just got here this summer.
18 years.
Of course, Pat's in charge, duh. He's the best counselor ever. And frankly, he deserves it. Pat's awesome. To finish off the movie, we have the Apache Relay, where the athletic baseball guys from earlier compete with Camp Hope, and it basically goes as well as you think. That is, until they get to the activities that are not as physically demanding.
You Americans have no sense of history.
Literally the most underrated line in the movie. The final event is the go-kart race, and yeah, they actually fixed up the go-karts from earlier, so now Jerry gets to live out his dream of going to
Go-kart camp.
You guys ready for another botched ADR scene?
Oh, shoot!
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you meant to say, kid. Anyways, Jerry wins the race, which means Camp Hope has finally won an Apache Relay.
You'll be happy to know that we're filing a formal protest.
Oh my god, over losing a summer camp competition? Fucking cry more, dude. Pat and Julie finally get together, and Jerry ends the movie in possibly the most 90s way you can end a film like this.
Hey, Pat. Thanks for the best damn summer of my life.
Same here, Pat.
Alright, I know that's cliche, but damn it, you can't help but feel happy for him. And that's Heavyweights, a flawed movie, but honestly, it's well worth the watch. Realistically speaking, though, if Tony wasn't a complete psycho, he 100% could have won. He may go through some legal battles over the propaganda video, but he could have made a solid argument saying, hey, we tried to make your kids lose weight, they retaliated by literally kidnapping me and trapping me in a cage. I'm just saying, if Tony wasn't completely insane, he could have won, he could have kept the camp, and the kids would have lost that day. So I'm sure the thought on everybody's mind now is, what's everybody else up to nowadays? The actors, that is, especially Jerry. I want to see Jerry. What's Jerry up to? Well, I thought the same thing, so let's check it out.
Jerry?
Well, damn, I guess Jerry did decide to Percocise after all. And I guess that's my cue to go Percocise myself. So be it. But anyways, if you like this video, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this one, and as always,
I'll see you all in hell!